Sincerity in our actions is the basis for the acceptance of those good deeds. Every Muslim is preoccupied with correcting their intention and making sure that they're doing things only for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But sometimes wrong intentions, wrong motives manage to creep into our system, and the workings of shaitan and the weakness of our nafs sometimes get the better of us. Ali radiallahu anhu gives us some powerful advice so that we can keep check and balance on ourselves so that we do not fall into that trap. He says that there are three main signs for someone who is ostentatious, somebody who has riya inside them. Number one, yaksalu idha kana wahdahu. When this person is alone, they're lazy, lethargic, complacent. They are not rushing to do good deeds when they're by themselves. So that is a warning sign for us. If we find that we're not motivated to do things to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when we're alone, then this means that we need to come back to ourselves and rectify our intention, because the best time to do good deeds is when we are by ourselves, when no one except for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows. But if we find ourselves hesitating to do good deeds in that situation, then this is kind of like a red flag for us. Number two, وَيَنْشَطُ إِذَا كَانَ فِي النَّاسِ. When this person is amongst people, in the presence of people, then they become very active. They become very much moved towards doing good deeds. Now, it's obvious that if one is in a pious environment and everyone is doing pious things, good deeds, people are praying, people are reciting the Quran, people are giving charity, it's natural for the environment to provide a boost. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about a person who feels motivated only to do good deeds when they are amongst others. That is the red flag. And the third is that يَزِيدُ فِي الْعَمَلِ إِذَا أُثْنِيَ عَلَيْهِ وَيَنْقُصُ إِذَا ذُمَّ بِهِ. When this person is praised, they start doing more good deeds. And when they are criticized, they decrease their good deeds. That means that there was a part of this person that was looking to feed off of the praise of other people, and that is what was keeping them going. In other words, there was some portion of their mind, of their heart, that was paying attention to what people are saying about them. So when people say good things, this person starts doing better and better and better deeds. And when people say one negative thing about them, the person says, what's the point of doing all of this? So look, again, there is a distinction, there is a fine line between someone who receives compliments or words of encouragement and this motivates them to do more. That is a good thing. But we are talking about a person who only does more when they receive praise. And if someone happens to criticize them, then they decrease the amount or the quality of deed that they were doing. This is dangerous because it's almost like the person is seeking this reward from others. And that is what they are thriving on. Even though that deed is not for the sake of other people, that deed is an act of worship to be performed solely for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yet this person is constantly paying attention to what others are saying, whether it's positive or it's negative. And the moment it slides towards the negative, this person starts feeling demotivated, disenchanted, disheartened, and they just don't feel like doing deeds anymore. If their deed was only for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it would not matter to them whether people are praising them. It would not matter to them whether people are praising them or criticizing them.